What's up with it, Postman? Hopefully it's not too bright in here. I'm using my laptop, my Surface Pro, to do the video, and sometimes this shit is kind of weird trying to get the lighting right. Might look like I'm in heaven or something. But one thing, I love technology, man, because it allows us to do stuff so much faster and easier, man. I got this Surface Pro, man. It's like a tablet slash laptop, man. I love this thing. The video quality is a lot better than when I used to use my other laptops, webcams. Before that, I used to have to. You guys remember I used to do my videos on HD cameras, and I had to move off the files over. They were like a gigabyte file and edit that and mix that down. I mean, it was just a pain in the ass. And so now, man, it's just crazy how technology allows you to share your gift and your value with other people so much easier, quicker, simpler, and cheaper. Now I digress. This video, I want to do a new segment now called Ask Postman, because my birthday just passed. I'm 28 years old now. And one of the things is that I realized, man, Live Off Beat's been going for almost 8 years strong now. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, I literally grew up on Live Off Beats in the community, man, starting this community. And it's just amazing that so many producers have been here since the beginning. And they're like, yo, man, I remember when we first started. I'm like, God damn, you grew up too with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we actually grew up and in this community, man. So it's just a marvelous thing. So I promised that to myself that I would be more active in the community now. You know, I've been doing other business ventures and things like that. You know, a lot of great opportunities has come my way, but I don't want to leave the core. You know, I sell a couple products here and there on Live Off Beats. You know, we do good. It still makes good money and stuff like that. And the producers, you know, we give great value. But ultimately, I want to be more active because I want to stick to my roots. I know I got other business stuff going on, but I want to make sure. I get so many questions and stuff from producers that are new to Live Off Beats now, that just found it because of videos and whatnot. And I want to, and I'm more wiser now. I know more things. I've been around the block a lot more, so I just want to share insights. And so I want to start to Ask Postman, something simple, quick videos where I get emails and Facebook tweets. I get questions all day, every day. You know, we have a community with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 producers on it. I mean, you tend to get a lot of questions, man. You know, whether it's a Facebook comment question, I get a lot of questions. So I want to try to help you answer some of these questions. So a question I get often really is interesting. This question of how many beats should I be making per week or per month, per day? I think it's a newer producers ask that, like, well, how many should I make in order to be successful as a music producer, whether selling your beats online or whether, you know, want to get TV film placements or major placements? How many beats should you be making? Now, I always find this question interesting because I like to get to the root. That's a surface level question. I could say, you should be making 5 beats a day, but that's not the real answer. The real answer is actually a question, and that is, why aren't you making as many beats as you possibly can every day? Because see, I feel like there's a generational gap in the newer producers now who's been produced for maybe 2 or 3 years. I started music production in 2002, so that's 13 years ago. I started producing music, and prior to that, I was a pianist, a classical pianist. At the age of 11, that was in around maybe 1998, I started playing the piano. So, I have a different take on it. It's man, when I fell in love with music production and music in general, like, you couldn't pull me away from it. You know what I'm saying? The question was, I didn't care what I had to do. I had to go home. When I was in school, I started in junior high school, I started playing the piano. I had my first piano class in junior high school, and I couldn't wait to get home to get on my cousin's Casio keyboard. I took the keyboard from her. She wasn't using it. It was an old raggedy Casio keyboard. And I couldn't wait to get home and lock myself in a room, forget everything else, forget playing outside with my friends, forget all that stuff. I just wanted to lock myself in that room and practice on that piano and learn these new pieces. That's all I wanted to do. I would get to school early. You know, I hated going to school, but then I would get to school early because they had the thing called Piano Club where you could come in and they would open the piano lab early. The teacher would be there and they would allow you to practice and learn and get kind of one-on-one attention from the teacher. And there only be about 3 of us there, you know, and I told my pops, I got to go to school early, you know, drop me off at school early because I want to go to this piano club. I mean, you couldn't pull me away from it. It's all I wanted to do. And then when I learned music production, when I found that in 2002, I learned how to actually make a track or make a beat. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, that's all I did. That's all I thought about. When I got home from school, I wanted to go to the studio and make music. I wanted to do it at home, and I built my home studio. And then I graduated from high school. That's all I wanted to do. And producers tell me, well, I don't have time. Well, then you don't really love it. You don't love it if you tell me you don't have time. Let me tell you what my schedule was, and I guarantee you, if you'll find time if I found time. When I got out of high school, I took a job at Pepsi, and Pepsi is where I was stocking soda. So let me give you what my schedule was. I worked 5 to 6 days a week, because usually they would call me in and I'd do overtime on my day off. And let me tell you my schedule. I had to be at work. That means in the field working. We worked in stores. We didn't have to go to necessarily an office. We went in the actual stores. I had to be in the store at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, when you're snoring and stuff, I had to be in the store. Not on my way there, not waking up. I had to be in the store working at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. So I had to, and here's the catch. My job was 50 to 60 miles, depending on which store I started at, from my house. 50 to 60 miles. Do you understand that? Are you hearing what I'm saying? 50 to 60 miles. So I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. Now, Pepsi is an intense job. Any of you ever did soda stocking and stuff like that? So my average day was a 11 to 12 hour shift. So it wasn't 5 o'clock in the morning and get off at 1:30. Usually it was 5 o'clock in the morning and get off between 4 and 5. Sometime I'd stay until 10 p.m. depending on how heavy the workload was. So after waking up at 3:30 in the morning, I had to get to work at 5 in the morning, have a 12-hour shift. So that means I get back around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and sitting in traffic. I go right to get in the shower, change my clothes, and go right in the lab. Me and my partner, we would just go right in the lab and make music, make tracks. Get this. We would be making tracks so long and so excited to do it that I'd miss sleep. So it'd be 3:30 in the morning. It'd be time for me to wake up. And I'm like, man, I gotta go. I gotta go to work. So then he'd go back to his house. I'd hop in the shower, take a no-dose pill back when no-dose had an effect on me because I wasn't a caffeine drinker yet. Pop a no-dose pill and go back to work at 5 in the morning. I mean, with no sleep. And then work all day, another 10, 12-hour shift. Come back to the studio and get right back to work. And sometimes I do that 2 days straight. And until sometime I won't suggest that, but I'm just telling you, sometimes I even fell asleep on the freeway one time. Sometimes I'd be so tired, I'd be driving because Pepsi, we drove from store to store, so I'd sometimes fall asleep at the fucking light, like red light, take a nap real quick, and people be honking and shit. Now, I'm not saying to do that, that's not safe, but I'm just saying that's how much I loved it. Like, I didn't care. Like, I just wanted to do it. I wanted to make tracks. I found this thing that I fell in love with. And so I was making 5, 10 tracks a day, man, a night. Then on my day off, man, don't give me a day off from work. I was in there 24 hours. I wasn't showering, I wasn't eating. You couldn't have me go nowhere. All I want to do is stand there and make music. And another thing is the investment, man. I think a lot of now guys, you take it for granted. Producers now, because you don't have to invest nothing. You go get your $99 software, pirate the rest of your sounds, or maybe buy a couple sounds. Back then, man, my check was $350 a week. And I would get equipment off of I think it was like American Musical. They had websites where you can make 5 payments, on the equipment, man. So I was just buying equipment, and I make my $200 payment, $300 payment a month. I built my studio up, had my MPC 2000 XL, man, all my racks, man. I remember I was so proud, man. I had all my racks, my Motif ES racks, my Phantom racks, and X 5050, XV 2020. You know what I'm saying? I was just so excited. My mixing board, my monitors, and what you have to get back to that. Like, if it's not in you, you don't have to ask nobody how many beats should you be making. There should be not a time that you have free time and you're not making music. You should be more or less saying, man, I use every bit of my free time making music. I can't make any more music. I want to, but I don't have the time because I'm working or I'm in school or wherever the case may be. And I use every inch of my free time making music and making beats. So, that question is really a real... a deeper rooted question, which is why aren't you spending every time if you're newer? Now, of course, I've been in the game. I'm doing this 13 years, so I don't have to sit down in the lab and make beats every single day, all day. But if you're only making beats 2 years, 3 years, you haven't put your 10,000 hours yet. I've been put my 10,000 hours in to become an expert. I've been did my 10,000 hours. So if you've been making beats 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, and you not making music like that, constantly every chance you get, then it's probably not for you. It's not, you're not in love with it. And maybe you should try a different career, or maybe you should try to find that love and that passion again that you had when you first started, because you're not going to make it like that. So producers hit me up and they're like, yo man, how many beats should I have on my beat site? And I'm like, well shit man, you got 50 beats? Oh man, I got, how many do you have? I'll ask them how many you got, how many beats in your catalog to put on your site. Oh man, I got 20, 25. What you mean you got 25 beats? Man, when I started, I had 25 beats the first 2 days that I started making beats. What you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you should have hundreds and hundreds. I've lost thousands of beats, literally, from hard drive failures, from I've had multiple any real producer that's been doing this long enough, you know the agony of a hard drive failure. You know it, and you ain't backed up your shit like you were supposed to. You know the agony of that. Especially back in the day when it's not like now where you got them thumb drives that have terabytes and shit like that. Back in the day, you had to have that big-ass drive just for 200 megabytes. A big ass external drive, then your external drive fell on some bullshit, and you know what I'm saying? I've lost thousands of beats, man. So there's no reason why a person has never went through that, and I still have thousands of beats that I can go to. And you telling me you only got 25 beats. It's not in you. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't love it. You can't tell me you got 25, 30 beats. And they go, why am I not selling beats, man? I don't understand. I'm trying to be successful as a producer. But how you gonna be successful? You got 30 fucking beats, man. You've been making beats for 3 years. You got 30 beats? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's not just your fault. The older generation of producers didn't pass down the game. See, I learned this from my mentors in the game. DJ Battlecat was one of my mentors. Herb Tactics, when I first got started, man, he showed me the game, and I seen his work ethic on the music, and so that made me work my work ethic. And so nowadays, guys, you guys just hear about it, and you go on your little forums, and you guys talk with each other, a bunch of people who don't know shit about this game, don't know shit about how this shit really supposed to work. They make sorry ass beats, but yet they always got comments on what you should be doing. You gotta find guys who know what they're talking about and follow their work ethic, man. Follow what they telling you to do, man. Kanye West, man. I saw his biography. He said he locked himself. He moved to New Jersey and he locked himself in the lab, and he was making beats. He was making 10 to 30 beats every single day. That was his work ethic, man. He said he said 30. I didn't believe 30 because I said, well, that's a lot. But I can believe, he was in there making 15 to 20 beats every single day, man. Because he said that's all he did. His people was like, all he did was lock himself in that studio and make beats. That's all he did for years, man. For he said in the song, he said like 3 summers or something like that. But his people attested to it. I saw Timberland's biography. If you're not watching biographies on super producers, what are you doing? You should know all about what these guys were doing if you want to be like them. Timberland in his biography, they said, man, he moved in. They had him in a little basement, man. This motherfucker had I think it's like a blow up mattress, and it was like they showed the area he was in, a tight little area, but they set up a little studio for him. He said, man, all he did was wake up. He said he had no money, he had no food. All he did was wake up and make beats on there, and he said he was the happiest he ever been in his life, man, because that's all he did was wake up, and they just had him doing beats all day. That's all he did, all day and night. You know what I'm saying? He struggled for a while. You know what I'm saying? I think he said he had to move out there because he had no money, but eventually, look where he at now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the work ethic, man. If you look at Dre, man, when he talks about his work ethic, man, and him just being there just all day. He said, man, he didn't take a vacation for 20-something years, man. He was in the studio every single day. He said for 20 years, he was in the studio every single day. You know what I'm saying? And to you like, man, what? That's a lot, man. That's what it take, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it take to get to certain levels of anything in success, man. So if you say the production is what you want to do, then you tell me you got 30 beats, and you making 2-3 beats a week, man, then you know it ain't you just a hobbyist. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with being a hobbyist, but don't start talking about you want a career, you want to live off beats, and you want to do all this shit. You making 3 beats a fucking week, and you only be making beats for 3 years. Your whole catalog is 25 beats. Come on, man. Step that shit the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of getting the people complaining and producers complaining, man, what's going on? I'm doing it. Well, show you should have a catalog of hundreds. If you ain't got 300 beats in your catalog, you still behind. If you ain't got at least 300 beats in your catalog, you know what I'm saying? Your catalog is your wealth. That's another video about your wealth and your catalog, how important your catalog is to as a producer. But get your catalog up, man. If you only got 30 beats to put on your beat site and to sell, man, you're failing. you're failing, and you're failing not because of lack of opportunity. You're failing because of laziness, man. Because you're not putting in that type of work, man. You know what I'm saying? People be like, Postman, how you get there, man? You see me working with Kev. Kev been doing this shit 23 years, man. I'm doing this shit 12 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? We put work in, man. And then you want to just like, rise to the top and wonder how you get there, man. How I get there, man. Oh, people want to tell me you lucky, you blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I work for this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I put in my 10,000 hours, man. I put in 12 years, I dedicated 12 years of my life. My first 5 years of making beats and producing, man, I produced for everybody for free, man. I was out there, man, just hustling, man. You know what I'm saying? You can go online and guys tell you, man, I pioneered the online beat movement. I helped pioneer it. This guy's like, yeah, I remember that dude posting 2003. Posting this music on the internet, man. I've been doing this, man. I've been paid dues, man. You gotta pay them dues and really get out there and do it, man. And, you know what I'm saying? Any studio I could find, man. Cats like, oh, we need beats, man. Okay, I got you. I was feeding everybody, man. You can go find albums online right now of beats that I was just giving cats. Like, hey, man, I just wanted to work. That's all I wanted to do. I just love the music. Eventually, though, I had to start getting paid. Like, okay, it's time to get paid. You know, cats was putting out full albums and mixtapes full of my shit, and I wasn't getting paid yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man, when I had an opportunity with G Unit, shout out to G Unit West, you know what I'm saying? When they hit me, I'm like, hey, I get a nigga CDs and CDs full of beats, man, because I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Are you ready? So you should be, if this is what you love to do, then it should be no time that you're not making beats. You should be making, when you're done with this video, you should be making another beat. You should be making another track. So the question is, how many beats should you be making per day, per week? And the question is, how much time do you got? Because that's every second you got to waste, you got to go ahead and make your beat. So that's the answer, man. If you within the first 3, 4, 5 years of your career as a producer, and you start to make, because you got to develop your skills, and it take 10,000 hours to develop those skills to really get your sound right. You know what I'm saying? So if you within them first 5 years of producing music, man, you should, man. I should be dragging your ass off, like, bro, take a break. And they used to tell me, man, come on, take a break, bro. You gonna come out, nigga, you been in the lab for fucking in 2 days straight, man. You ain't slept, you ain't motherfucking showered, nigga, you ain't ate. Come on, bro. Well, you got to take a break. Nah, I can't take no breaks, because I love this shit, man. It ain't work. You know what I'm saying? It's not work. It's just something I just got to do. I love to do it. I ain't forcing myself, so you know what I'm saying? So that's the answer, man. So, live off beats you can. You can do whatever you want in this world, man. It's a global economy, man. It's the whole fucking world at your fingertips, man. You could be selling music, beats in France and Germany and US and Canada, Africa. I mean, all over the goddamn world. But you too fucking lazy, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's get it. All right, liveoffbeats.com, man. Let's go.